Hello everybody and welcome to my channel SKYROKKETS. My name is Skylar and this is my fourth movie review that I will be doing for my channel. Now today's movie review will be on The Time Traveler's Wife. I will say if you've seen the show, I will not recommend this movie for you because honestly I watched the show prior to watching this movie for the second time and I just prefer the show more. It's much better. And I'll go into more depth about that in a minute. But I've watched the movie when I was younger and I enjoyed it enough to buy it. I recently watched the show and I loved the show. So I decided to watch the movie again. I did not like the movie in comparison to the show. The characters did not attract my interest as much as the characters in the show did, and there was definitely less details, as well as less story, which is understandable because TV shows have a longer runtime, so there's more time to fit in details and story. So, I don't necessarily blame the movie or director or whoever for how it turned out because they didn't have a lot of time. So I tried not to be biased with this movie while watching it, considering I loved the show so much. But I will also say that the show had more attractive / interesting characters and just more appealing, like with its story, I mean. So the first 47 minutes of the movie, I'll be honest, I was comparing it to the show. But then I realized I need to stop comparing it to the show. So I started reflecting back on what I watched. I'm like, okay, you know what? If I didn't watch the show, how would I have felt about the last 47 minutes that I just watched this? So going back over it, and here's my critic perspective of it. It felt pretty rushed, honestly. Like, it was mainly just the first 47 minutes to an hour that it felt rushed. I'll go more into that, but I also didn't feel any emotional connection to the characters up until an hour into the movie. The acting could have been better, but wasn't necessarily bad, and it lacked a lot of details, but the plot was interesting. So I believe that's like 2 pros and 3 cons. Pros, acting wasn't bad, but could have been better. And then the plot was interesting. The cons were not much emotional connection to the characters, felt really rushed, and lacked details. Now, the reason I say that is because there were some things that if I were to not have watched the show or understand most of it, the story, because of the show, like, I would probably not know certain things that went on in the movie. Like, for instance, like, how he met her parents. Like, the first time he met her parents or the first time she met his dad. Because they get married. And, sorry to spoil that if it did spoil it for you, if you guys were planning on watching it. But, he marries her. And, you know, when they're preparing for the wedding, they're, like, just super cool with each other's parents. Like, they already knew the parents prior to this. But in the movie, it never shows them first meeting the parents. So it's kind of like, oh, you're just randomly cool with your partner's parents, even though we've never seen you meet each other's parents, really. So it's kind of like, oh, you know, they could have added that in the movie, like where they meet each other's family and stuff. But, yeah, you know, they didn't. And also just more details about his genetic thing and like how it all works, and showing more of his interactions with her when she was a kid, since he's time traveling to when she's a kid. Like, there was just more that they could have added because the movie runs for an hour and 47 minutes. They could have extended that to 2.5 hours, honestly. Like, I feel like they could have, just to fit more details and story in. But that's just how I saw it as a critic's perspective. As an audience member, I enjoyed the last 47 minutes of the movie most. That's when I really gained some emotional connection to the characters. I felt like there could have been more added throughout the movie again, you know, since it was only an hour and 47 minutes long. So, like, also, her best friend, like, her best friends, technically, because there were two. But, like, we don't really know much about them. Like, they could have added more to those characters. It just lacked a lot in certain ways. So, overall, I would give this movie a 5 out of 10 rating. It's a hit or miss with this one. Again, if you've watched the show, I would not recommend this movie for you. But if you haven't seen the show, then you might enjoy this movie. Again, it lacks in certain areas, but it's still got an interesting plot. It has a good ending and climax. Plus, it features some amazing celebrities in it. For the lead in the male role, we got Rachel McAdams from The Notebook, and we got Eric Bana, something like that, from 2003's Hulk. So, if you like those two, maybe you'll like this movie. And also, if you like romance movies, you might like this movie. So, I would likely recommend this to you, especially if you haven't seen the show. Maybe you'd give it a higher rating than I would. But, again, I did like it when I was younger. Watching it now, I guess I have more of an open mind, like, oh, you know, like, this should have more details and yada yada. Whereas a kid, you know, it's like, oh, you know, this is just entertaining. So, I just feel like there could have been more with it. But, maybe if you watch it, you can comment below what you thought. And then if you want to watch the show afterwards, go ahead. But if you've already seen the show, again, I probably wouldn't recommend this for you. If you haven't, definitely recommend watching it. Mostly because I want to hear your perspective prior to watching it, the show. So, yeah. But, this is it for my review. So, I'll catch you at the next flick. And I hope you have a great day or a great night.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like